Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Let's say hello to everybody. Make sure the camera is on. Make sure everybody could see me okay. And most importantly, making sure we're at 1080p. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, and I know a lot of people are, please, and I'll say this a few times, please make sure you go to the gearbox and you hit 1080p, okay? 1080p, really important. 1080p. Don't settle for auto, okay? 1080p. And if you're there and if you don't mind and if you find me helpful, please give us one thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel here. There's a bell here. You could ring it and you'll be notified the minute I'm live. And I do go live twice a day. Oh, thirsty this morning. Let's say hello to everybody. All right. Say hello to everybody. Woke up early today. Couldn't sleep. Good morning, Kevin, Stephen, Mark, Stacy, Brian, Mark, James, Brian, Richard. 2 cups of coffee. Oh my. We're getting some new people here. I'm noticing some new names. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. You guys are going to love it here. Cheese Gray Trader, William. Welcome. John, Warren, John, Chad, Angie, Manuel, Walt, Stoic, JB, Ivano, and we have our old crowd. Eduardo, good morning. Robert, Stan, Brian, Stefan, David, Peanuts, David, Hopium, Jeff, good morning, everybody. Sapphire, Genevieve, Karen, John, Bill, Pete Vesla. Good morning, Pete Vesla. Ray, Cam, good morning, Cam. Good to see you here. Timothy, Yuri, Waterford, Duzzy, Robert, Greg, Joel, Flying Ronan, Wayne, Wade, Stefan, Mary, Dave, Brian, good morning. Yeah, another warm day in Florida, right? That's what we get here every day. Bugs, good morning, Bugs. Junior, hey, Junior, good to see you here. Roddy, good to see you, Roddy. It's been a while. Gregory, Harold, Dave, Mazen, Don, Catherine, David, Rihanna. Good morning, Rihanna. Tom, Kevin. Looks Colombian, Virginia, huh? Charlie Clyde is there. Richard, good morning, Richard. Sean, Ralph, Javad is here. Moondog is in the house. Barry, Frank, Anu Kumar, Eagle Beagle. It's always a good day when Eagle Beagle is here. Wesley, Randy, Ira. I skipped the line a little bit here. Carlos, Peter, Sergey, Coach Ruben. Good morning, Coach Ruben. Thank you, Cam. Naples fan, please listen to what Cam just wrote. Please hit the 1080p and the thumbs up button. Naples fan, good morning to you too. Elevation, Henry, James, Scotty, RP from Costa Blanca, Spain. I love it. Last night was horrible. Storms. Oh, sorry to hear that. I always thought that Spain is pretty mild, actually, weather-wise, you know. Beam Clay, Candy's here. Andrew, nice, Andrew. Oh, wait till you guys hear what we got in store for today for VIP room. The Sassy Trainers in the house. David, Ruth, Gary, Edward, Delbert, Ringo, Raj, Stacy, Steve, RBX10, just Jen, Bob, Steven, Romel is here. Dave, Martin. Good morning, Martin. Let's see who else. I keep skipping the line. Lewis, Angie. I was thinking about you, Angie. Hope you're doing well. Julio, Bob, Delroy, Richard, Bobby, Kai. Good. I'm glad you're safe. That's the most important thing. Ugh. I didn't know you guys had a big storm there last night. NFP government shutdown threatened. Yes, there may not be a report. If the government is shut down, we're not going to have any data. That actually, Penny and I were talking about that earlier this morning. Yes, that is true. If there's a government shutdown, there won't be a report. Art, Lori. Good morning, Lori. All right. Dragon Dawn is here. Linda, Bob, Next Gen, Jay Blazer, Mike, Solaire. Let's see. I'm almost done. Julio, Delroy, Richard, Kai. Um, Lewis, Dragon, good morning, Don, Linda, Next Gen, Jay Blazer, Mike Soler, Randy. Good, 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 good. That's Roddy. Sometimes that works too. Stacy, Matt, Gustavo. Good morning, Gustavo. How's Jax doing? Got to make sure Jax is doing well. Dave William, Jody, Ivan. Good morning, CJ. Folks, if I missed somebody, I apologize. We got 335 people here, and I'm just scrolling. Just say hello again, and I'll mention your name. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not trying to exclude anybody. There's no global conspiracy here. It's just early morning, and I don't drink caffeine. This is seltzer water, by the way. Just seltzer water. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. As far as the bond market, let's start with the bond market. I'll get into the catalysts later. What is the bond market doing? Remember, I warned you yesterday that this is going to be a very important step for the bond market. And you could see it right here. See how the bond market is now here. Let me show you. Now, just so you guys know, every morning it's like a continuation. I take off where we stopped from yesterday. I don't just get into the new thing. I review, I make sure everybody understands. It's like watching a TV show. We keep watching the same TV show every day. We don't just jump around like morons back and forth to irrelevant things. We connect the dots. We go in a very, very logistical way. Okay. So, hey, David. We don't jump around. We don't jump around. Okay, this is really important. Remember this line. Remember, I drew this for you yesterday. For anybody that wasn't here, this is a very important piece of evidence we're seeing. And this is telling us that the market is bullish right now, or at least moving in the right direction. We gap down here in the bonds. After we gap down here, the stock market gapped down, and the stock market has been going sideways, and the market's now recovering. But remember, the stock market gets its mojo from the bond market. And by the way, look at how well this is levels from yesterday that I drew for you. If you don't believe me, just look at the, remember I told you keep an eye on 89.49 level yesterday on the bonds? Look, how well do my levels work? Remember I said if we don't bypass this, we're going to come back up? It was just yesterday morning, and I posted it for you on the Telegram channel yesterday morning. The levels held. So we held this level, and now this is becoming support for this bar, which is really good. And we're already above yesterday's high. This is very good. This is very good. That means we're coming back. This is an A line right here on the bond market. Now, why is that important? Because it gives the stock market its mojo. So remember the bond market fell. It was right here. It fell. This is what happened to the stock market. Now the stock market's coming back. And you could see on mega caps, it's a little more clear. By the way, look at how we held these levels yesterday. It's pretty damn good. I gotta say so myself. All right. So I like this. Now, I want to see us hold above this yellow line today. Remember I told you yesterday, this is too much too fast. We opened up here. I said we're going to come back down to the 8-day EMA. You shouldn't be in a rush to buy anything. Liquidation mode only yesterday at the open. Don't go buying. You'll have plenty of time to buy. Well, we're now back at the 8-day EMA. And I told you over the next 24 hours when we were right here yesterday, I said we're probably going to end up being over the next 24 to 48 hours right at the EMA. So the bond market did what we wanted it to do, and the stock market did what we thought it was going to do. And by the way, folks, if you think I'm like joking around about saying I told you so or I said that, all you got to do is look at yesterday's VIP room. This was just 24 hours ago. So you could see all of that right here. You could see QQQ, see how we're above the 8-day EMA. As long as we stay above the 8-day EMA, and even if we don't stay above the 8-day EMA, as long as we make higher highs from these bars, we're okay. This was too much too fast. I warned you yesterday. I spent 20 minutes explaining to you that it's profit-taking time yesterday. I got a bunch of emails saying I made money on going short the SPY yesterday. By the way, look at how we held to my level. I didn't draw anything today yet. This is all from yesterday. Okay. I'm not really worried about the shutdown. I'm going based on statistics, and statistically, we shut down till the last minute, and then we don't shut down. I'm a numbers guy, folks. I don't go by the latest or the greatest. Statistically, we go through this every single time. Okay. All right. Um, so I like where I'm at today. All I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to move back away from the market, but what I'm going to, and I'll come back to this today. Again, we're right at that level right here. But this is good as long as we keep making higher highs from this. So even if this comes down a little bit down to here or here and just touches the 15-day and then comes back up, I'm okay with that too. As long as this trajectory keeps going in the right direction. It would be a brownie bonus points if we don't break the 8-day EMA, but realistically speaking, we already broke the 8-day EMA or right on the 8-day EMA on the SPY. So I don't think that's going to happen. But RSP's looking pretty good. QQQE's looking okay, a little ahead of itself, but that's okay. So I'm not really concerned. I'm okay with that. I told you yesterday, don't go hot and heavy, liquidation mode only. And everything I just said, I mentioned yesterday. Anybody here? We only had 700 people here yesterday. Is there any part of this that I did not talk about yesterday? How liquidation mode only in the morning, you'll have more opportunity to get in. This is too much too fast. Let's wait for the bond market to make higher highs. I showed you this level here on TC 2000 on the bonds. I showed you this level yesterday dozens of times on the bond market. There should be absolutely, hey, Jeremiah, there should be absolutely, no, no, not at all. Hassett's not being pushed into a corner at all. But do you see this? There's nothing, oh, look at the levels. Man, look at these levels. These levels are amazing. Who would have drawn these levels for you? Anyways, so far so good. As long as the bond market keeps making higher highs and staying above this level, I'm okay. I think the stock market will be okay. All right, U.S. dollar. What's going on with U.S. dollar? U.S. dollar is just coming back, rotating back into our range, and as we've saw, the crude oil market is extremely correlated to the U.S. dollar. Look at this. I mean, this is a little more than yesterday, but if you take this bar off, look at the price action. They're literally doing look at this bar right here. Look, this bar right here, the two highs right here. Look, the two highs to try to make three down days, three down days. This is just following the gold and US dollar are following each other. Uh, Gold. Remember, I told you this is a little too overextended. I drew this line for you, and I told you that I think gold. By the way, I'm not talking about gold stocks. I'm talking about gold. Um, I told you this line should hold. I'd prefer to see this line hold. We're above it right now. I think we're going to come back to this line right here, the black line. But as long as this black line holds, which would be about 37.59, we're still in a very strong uptrend. Yep, Clyde drew those levels. Hey, Wesley, good to see you. How hot is it in Lake Las Vegas right now? Let me know. Let me know. Also, I almost forgot. I'm being rude. I'm being very rude and disrespectful. Here's a link for customer for VIP room. This VIP room today is going to be very important. Let me explain to you why. I'm going to give you contextual information. What does that mean? Yesterday, I told you about all the new features the data miner is going to have. Today, I'm going to explain to you how each and every one of those features is used to generate trades for stealth surge. Okay. So yesterday I showed you all the features. And by the way, they finished yesterday. Oh, just a little update for stealth for data miner. They finished the the uh, the time spread module yesterday. So you already know the first module has been updated with the stock dashboard with the options. The second module, well, actually the third module, or actually this, I don't know if it was second or third, but the second module is the time spread. He finished that yesterday. Matt and I are checking it today, making sure it's kosher. And then he's working right now on the seasonality, and that shouldn't be very long. That should be very, very quick. Time spread is much harder. So yesterday he did the full module, and today he's finishing the third module. So that should be that. And then Matt and I will test it, and then we'll release it to you guys, and then we'll get yeah. They want to put these three in, and then we'll go through them. So today, um, today I'm going to go through how data miner helps us find winning trades for stealth surge. all the key steps, every step, so you could see exactly how it's going to be used. You understand? Context. Does it have directional? Does the stock have directional bias? Okay. Is it overextended? Is seasonality on our side? Is the stock currently correlated to other stocks? How much? Are the option spreads narrow or wide? How to select the right strike price? You see how what I did right now, I didn't mention anything about data miner. I mentioned how to pick stocks, and I gave you a full rundown right now of the steps I take to pick stocks for stealth surge. And I'll go through that again, obviously, at noon. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how data miner is used for each of these steps. You understand? The new data miner, how it's used for each of these steps. So it's going to be, so it'll give you some really good context. Okay, context. And then as soon as we launch data miner, I'm going to get all my eager beavers to give me all the upgrades they want. We'll give it to the developer and we'll send him on his way. Hey, Richard, good morning from Puente Gorda. I don't think you were here yesterday, or if you were quiet, or I don't remember. So anyway, go. Sorry, that's VIP room, and here's customer service live. Okay, customer service live. All right, that's where Cam and Gustavo today are going to take you through data miner. Excuse me, A-line, I believe. That's what they were doing yesterday. If you have a different agenda today, Cam, for customer service live, please let us know. Yeah, I knew it because I didn't get your catalyst yesterday, Richard. See, I know. Look at that. I get over 700 people here, and I knew that Richard played hooky yesterday. How did I know that? Because I care. I care about you guys. If I didn't hear from him for another day, I would send him a nice email asking him, this is what I'm trying to build, a community here. Believe it or not, I remember each and every one of you, unless you're brand new. I actually remember your names. I have a pretty good memory. See, how did I know Richard wasn't here yesterday? Okay. So gold, I think gold is going to come if we breaks this level on gold. If we break this level on gold, folks. And by the way, this is the new VWAP that we added, the anchored VWAP from last election day, last option expiration day, the quarterly. Look how well it's holding. Look how well it's holding. So if it breaks this level, and I don't know if it will, either bottom out here or it'll break this level and come down right here. Okay. Oh, Cam, you're going to love it. You should just come to the VIP room or watch yesterday, the day before's VIP room video. It'll tell you everything. Just stop by or talk to. Hey, Cam, I got a great idea for you. Why don't you just talk to your brother? He'll fill you in. Uh, Matt isn't returning anywhere. He's always been doing the S&P trades. We just hold off when markets are not good. Pro Trader Dashboard A-line. Excellent. Yes, I have small caps this morning too. I'll give them to you in a minute. I'll give them to you in just a minute. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in range right now. It looked like it wanted to bottom out here. It's now riding this channel. I think we're going to hit the upper part of this channel. I'll keep you posted, but we're channeling within Bitcoin right now. We're channeling within Bitcoin. China. What is China doing? China is moving up again, which means keep an eye on gambling stocks like Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, so forth and so forth. Okay, so forth and so forth. Okay, so that's China. Now let's move into small caps. Let's move into small caps. I'll give you my small caps, and I'll see if anything else is hitting. 1 second. I figured we'd wait for small caps a little bit. All right. Okay. So here's what I got for you so far. Let me just go through them again real quick. Yeah, so far so good. So far I haven't missed anything. Okay, here's what I got for you for today. Seed. Seed has to go above 155 here. Seed above 155. Don't be in a rush. It's got to be above this level. BENF. I really like this one. Above BENF. Above 0.74. And stack those trades above stack above 161. By the way, yesterday, real quick, I gave you this one stock score. I gave it to you at 880 yesterday. It opened up at 8. It hit above 880 and then it went all the way to $10 and then it started coming back and closed at 910. Our entry was 880. Let me know if anybody made money on those, okay? Okay? Let me know if anybody made money on that stock. I did not get any. I think I got one email actually. Not a lot of buzzers this morning. Not a lot of buzzers this morning. Let's see. Yeah, that's on our list. No, forget it. That's it. This one already erased everything. Forget it. Made 5% on score. Okay. Hey, remember, these are underlying. They're not good. Hey, and if you followed instructions, you wouldn't have lost money on that stock because it closed below that price, above 880. Okay. Remember, we get whatever we can from them and we don't complain. Okay. We get what we get and we don't complain. All right. Let's talk about the market today. What are our catalysts? What are our catalysts? You're welcome, Mike. SPRC, you want me to look at? SPRC? What about SPRC? It doesn't have any volume. It's not moving. There's no reason to look at this. And it's not really a small cap. It's more of an undercover larger cap stock that's now in a crapper. No, definitely not. Look, we want this kind of volume, not this kind of volume. Okay. All right. Let's see how many people are going to make a big boo-boo this morning with catalysts. Oh, I can't wait to I'm gonna have my way with you guys today. Okay. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see how many of you are not going to follow my instructions today. Okay, let's look. Come on, guys, give me all your catalysts. And people wonder why I get upset here. Okay, so Mary, you obviously did not go to this page, which I'm about to post for you, to find out that Nike comes out after market close. Mary, no soup for you. How about PayX? Mary did go to find out that PayX is on here. That's good. So was that Mary or was that? So you got 1 out of 2, Mary. You got 1 out of 2. PayX. Okay. PayX. Okay. Let's see what else people wrote. Let's see. John Doe, Red Book, Fed data. Your one with Etsy went crazy after May deal. That has nothing to do. John says Lamb Weston. I have Lamb Weston. I have PayX. John actually took his time to look today. John, so far you and I are in the right. John and I are agreeing. Let's see. Art. No, Richard. Shut down Fed speakers, Fed data, tariffs, PayX. You got it all right, John, except you didn't mention Lamb Weston. Okay, Naples fan. Let's see if I can make an example out of Naples fan today. CNP, There's no earnings on CNP today. Was it downgraded? Was it downgraded? Was CNP downgraded? Jeff is not an S&P 500 stock. We don't talk about Jeff. It's not an S&P 500 stock. Okay. CNP, what is CNP? Did it get downgraded? CNP? It is a catalyst for sure. I could see it's down $2 and it is now it's down only 0.5. I don't see any catalyst for this. Okay, let's see. Joel's budget failure, W. Yes. Genuine pass today. Does government shutdown impact markets? Yes. Speaker, potential government. Okay. Okay. CNP after market close yesterday. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I'll put that in there. Utilities. Okay. So PayX, Lamb Weston, and we'll go ahead and add CNP in there. Now, I was going to have a shit fit if you guys were going to start adding these stocks. If you guys were going to start adding Spotify, Mountain, Fly, Wolf, and Sats, I would have had a shit fit right now. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. God bless all of you. And thank you again for not ruining my mood this morning because I was about to have a big shit fit. If you guys were going to start talking about these stocks, I was going to take it out on you. Nobody mentioned them. Nobody mentioned them. And I mean, Nike is a big one. I understand somebody got a little overzealous on that, but nobody mentioned these stocks. That means whatever I'm doing must be working. God, thank you today. Thank you for not pissing me off. Thank you. I was about to have a shit fit, but nobody did it. People here are actually listening to what I'm saying. I can't believe it. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for not pissing me off today and actually listening to what I say. Thank you for not including any stock and not in the S&P and not including any other stock except for just one person that mentioned one stock. And to her credit, it was a large cap stock and it was a Nike. So we'll let that go. Thank you. Thank you. So utilities, industrial, consumer staples, and Fed data. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I can't even begin to tell you because it tells me you guys are paying attention to what I'm saying. Because there's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than getting the wrong catalyst. Nothing wrong. Here, I'm looking for a stock. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go through all this. Investors, actually, what Fed data is coming out today at most of the data, folks, is coming out at 10 o'clock today. So I just want you to know, first half hour today is liquidation mode only. Okay? No, please don't go trying to buy stocks or indexes before these reports come out. The job openings will be a pretty important report, and so will consumer confidence. Okay? Especially ahead of the closing. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you for not messing with me today. Also, if you're just coming in, we have about twice as many people here. Please make sure that you are watching at 1080p. Go to the gearbox and click 1080p. Don't settle for auto, especially if you're wireless. Don't settle for auto. 1080p. Hey, Bob, good to see you here. Okay. Excellent, Michael. Excellent. So 1080p. And if you're there, please give us a thumbs up one time. See if you give it more than once, it'll take it off. It'll delete it. So one time. Let's see how many we have now. And we'll continue with our broadcast. We have right now 221. I'm happy once we get past 300. Figures more than half the people here. That's really good. Okay. So no action today till 10 o'clock. And we don't know what's going to happen. And the bond market is going up right now, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Folks, this is really good for the stock market. We broke up above from this. Look, we've been holding this level all night long. This our 89.73 level. Look how well we held it, by the way. You're welcome. I gave this to you yesterday. Look at how well we held it. And now we're at this level and holding this level. This is really good. This is giving us a bigger A line on TLT, which gives stocks more bias towards lower interest rates and a nice A line on TLT. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will. You know what? I gave you a bonus trade yesterday for good behavior. I did. And um, so I will. I will. Didn't I give you guys yesterday? Hold on. Let me check. I thought I gave you guys yesterday a bonus. Let's see. Right here. Right here. I gave you an AbbVie. I gave you an AbbVie bonus trade. AbbVie went all the way to 227 this morning pre-opening bell. Did you know that? It's down a little bit right now, but I did. I gave you a bonus right here, right there, last night for good behavior. Yeah, it does, Mark. It does. It does. Okay, let's continue. So, China, we talked about China. Let's not talk about it. Investors grow anxious with the deadline to avert U.S. government shutdown. Let me ask you guys, how many times in the last 20 years have we actually had a government shutdown? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? I will, Patrick. I'll give you another one today. I promise. I got a lot of A lines. I'll give you some. Actually, if you come to the VIP room, I'll give you about 20 of them. Thanks. Thanks, Saint. Can anybody tell us how many times have we had a government shutdown in the last 20 years? Zero. Zero. Do you understand why I don't think we're going to have a government shutdown? Do you know how many times we get to the wire? Every time. Every time. I don't remember any. I don't remember any. Maybe once or twice. I think one time. One time. So that's why I don't think I'm a numbers guy. Okay. Democrat leaders and President Trump engaged in last minute talks on Monday, but failed to reach a deal. Lawmakers have until midnight to pass defenders. You know why they don't shut it down? Because it's going to be 4 times as much work for them if they do shut it down, and they all know that. Okay. Vice President Vance says he thinks the U.S. government is headed towards a shutdown. Well, didn't President Vance also think that that Ukraine has to give up a lot of land to Russia? And here we are. Friday's payroll report will be postponed if the Department of Labor follows an operational contingency plan outlined earlier this year. That's what we were talking about, Cam, about payroll report right here. Okay. Chip stocks gained ground yesterday. We had a nice day yesterday. Carnival, thank you for giving me this as a catalyst yesterday. I actually missed this, and that would have been a very ugly. Thank you. Carnival slipped yesterday. Pending home sales were stronger than expected. This is good news. I think this is because interest rates are actually coming down a little bit. And mentioned for more missiles or China or Bloomberg. Trump had 2. One lasted about 30 days. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Saint. Good morning, Gustavo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, I don't remember too many government shutdowns. I just doesn't seem like a big thing. Cleveland Fed president told Squawk Box in Europe yesterday, the bank must keep a restrictive monetary policy stance to bring inflation down to 2%. She's not wrong. My forecast is we're going to remain above target for probably the next year or two. I agree with her. That's not good. And not really getting back to our objective until the end of I agree with her, unfortunately. At the same time, Musalam said he's open to additional rate cuts, but emphasized policymakers should be careful with inflation still above. I agree with both of them. Williams, this guy's pretty influential, said that inflation risk has diminished. Really? Really, inflation risk has diminished, buddy? Really? We haven't made any progress. We're running hotter than we were a year ago. Where does he see this? Okay. Employment has increased. Absolutely. He did not indicate whether he might support another rate cut. Currently, we're looking at 90%, and somebody told me yesterday we're looking at 60 to 70% in December. I'm not so sure about that. President Trump signed a proclamation on Monday to impose 10% tariffs, imported timber and lumber, which is, I think, a very good idea. 25 on upholstered wooden furniture. I don't know if that's a good idea. That may be a little too high. But I think 10% on lumber and tariffs are okay. Tariffs on furnished products will increase to 30% beginning of 2026. Not a really great time to do this, but tariffs on cabinets will rise 50%. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. 14 shutdowns since 81. Okay. That sounds about right. Got it. Got it, Richard. That makes sense. Remember, no trading till after 10 o'clock today, liquidation mode only. Consumer confidence is coming out. We have job jolts and consumer confidence. PMI is going to be coming out today. As you could see, all of these reports are coming out pretty much at 10 a.m. And then we just have Fed speakers. So I'm not really expecting anything crazy today. Okay. At least in the morning. Europe is down just a hair. Payax we already talked about that. Nike after the market closed. If this is the only one you got, I'm actually really pleased of the job you guys did on. Great job. Hats off to you guys. I'm not wearing one right now, but hats off to you guys. Great job on the catalyst for this morning. I was hoping that nobody was going to mention these, and you know what? Nobody mentioned them. So you guys you're starting to pick up on it. Little by little, you're picking up on it. I'm very grateful for that. Europe is down. Sentiment was also hampered by trade concerns following President Trump's latest tariffs. Energy stocks led the decline Tuesday, dropping crude oil prices. That's based on the US dollar, which you could see that coming off. And again, the support level here is about 61. This is really good for us versus Russia. Russia does not, anytime oil goes below 65, it's a problem for Russia, which is good for us right now. China, I think that's where I think Trump is trying to do exactly that. China closed higher today as optimism surrounding the country's AI development outweighs concerns about pace of economy. That's good. That means they're getting speculative again on AI, which usually drives our AI higher. Semiconductor stocks climbed on Tuesday after DeepSeek unveiled new experimental model. It claims trains more efficiently and processes longer tech sequences. If these AI things get any smarter, they're gonna be taking over my job. I'm just kidding. Japan closed lower today as investors digested weak economic data. Energy and steel stocks led the decline. Let's see what led the decline here. It doesn't really say. I look for patterns on commodities here. Let's see. Energy in Europe and metals in Japan. So it looks like it looks like commoditized stocks are not doing that great. Okay. And again, none of these are catalysts because these are not S&P 500 stocks. Although I will say that Spotify may have a slight impact on consumer discretionary because this is a very tradable stock, but I wouldn't put too much effort into it or too much of anything into it. Okay, let me give you guys a link for today. Again, we have about twice as many. I try to go every couple of hundred people. So here's a link for VIP room. Today in the VIP room, I'm going to tell you how the new data miner is contextually going to be used to find trades for stealth surge. I think this will do three different things. It will help you understand the value of data miner in a more practical approach. It will show you the exact steps that I use to find trades for stealth surge. So I'm going to show you how we find trades for stealth surge, and I'm going to show you how data miner is used for every one of those steps independently. So we're going to basically look for stocks for stealth surge, but we're going to show how data miner is used to find them, the new version, because the old one was only for one thing. Now we can do all of it. So it'll give you a very contextual approach to all the steps I go through and how data miner helps. And at the same time, it'll teach you the routine. What I'm trying to get you to learn is the value of data miner in a practical setting. So yesterday we kind of talked about, well, it can do this and it can do this and it can do this. But the question now is, why do you need it to do this? You understand? It's a different question. Why is this important? So I'm going to go through how I select stocks for stealth search and how the new data miner comes into play. So it's going to be very, very interesting and very important. And I highly recommend you guys check it out. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, where Cam is going to show you how to look for A-lines. Just one during Trump administration. Okay, fair enough. All right. There we go. There's the Customer Service Live. Okay. All right. We talked about the Fed data. We talked about the stock market. Let's talk momentum. Let's see if momentum is getting better and favoring us or not. Okay. Okay. Remember what I showed you 2 weeks ago. Remember, look, I want to show you what it looks like when it's humming. So look at it here. This is when it's on fire, okay? Look, Bitcoin, semiconductors, consumer discretionary, technology, communication services. I mean, you can have one or two out of whack, but for the most part, you see how all the speculative sectors are here? And sometimes we even have it where the Russell 2000, retail, and home builders are also in line. And that's just like clean trend. This was September 16th. I just wanted to show you what it looks like when it's not out of whack, okay? Now look at it today. Look where Bitcoin is. Look where consumer discretionary is. Look where semiconductors is. Look where communication services is. Look where QQQ is. And look where technology is. And look where Russell 2000 is. Does it look anything like it looked 2 weeks ago? No, no. That means we need to now. If it goes down long enough or stays there long enough, they'll start getting together here at the bottom. You could see QQQ, mid caps, technology, index, communication, but they're not leading right now. They're not leading right now. Remember, mags have been selling off, have been cooling off. Well, I think we're fairly ready to start coming up again. Especially if we do second half of the day today, which will be very important because at least that's what the bond market's telling us right now. So I'm hoping that these will start coming back up here. But right now we have no directional bias. We don't have clarity right now. What does that mean, Roger? Well, think about this. If technology's all the way down here, right? And if semiconductors are up here, and if semiconductors start moving the market higher and technology starts moving the market lower, what do you think will happen with technology? Because one is pulling up, one is pulling down. Fragmentation, this. When you have everything aligned, they're all firing in the same direction. Now, in the old days, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, these sectors rotation would stay same for months at a time, for months at a time. Now we're lucky if we're getting a sector rotation every 3 days. So this is definitely a very difficult market to trade. I remember when Amazon was on my list once on the top stock for 9 months straight. Can you imagine? That means I would be coming here and telling you the exact same thing every day for like a year. Wouldn't that be boring? But that's where we're at. But we have a big fragmentation. So there's not a lot of clarity here. There's not a lot of clarity. So I'm not really looking for massive moves. We do have reasonable momentum to the upside right now. You got 220 stocks. It's reasonable, but you don't have clarity. You don't have directional clarity. In terms of stocks making 52-week highs, you have over 131 here. 90-day highs, you have 177. So we do have momentum favoring the upside, but we don't have a lot of clarity. In terms of the overall market, remember we were at 44%. We're now at 50%. We're now at 50%. We're now here on 55%. So momentum levels are getting a little bit better. Momentum levels are getting a little bit better. Okay. They're not that bad. The only problem here is we have fragmentation. We have Fragmentation. We're all over the place, basically. We're kind of all over the place right now. Let me just check the chat really quick. Does that more frequent rotations have to do with advancements in algo? It has to do with advancements in algo, and it has to do, more importantly, Nathan, with uncertainty over tariffs. Do you realize President Trump's been president for how long right now? He's been what, president for 9 months right now? And if you ask somebody, are the tariffs do you realize we're in a position right now where all the money we collected from tariffs, we may have to give completely back? That's where we're at right now. And we won't know till November, I think November 3rd or something like that. So we have a huge influx in the economy. We have a huge unknown right now. And again, I'm not blaming anyone for it. I'm just playing the cards that were dealt. But the Supreme Court is not going to hear the case till November. And legally, he has no leg to stand on. Politically, he has every leg to stand on. Legally, he has zero leg to stand on. It's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. After November, I think we're going to get more clarity. So I think tariffs has a lot to do with it, because literally the whole world can be completely, all this can be completely undone like this. And then interest rates will be completely valued differently. It's a big pressure on the market. It's a big unknown on the market. It's a big unknown on the market. Just like today, we may have a slow day because of the government shutdown. Just unknown, a lot of unknown. And folks, this is not a political thing. I'm talking about impact of tariffs on the market. There's going to be a case in the Supreme Court to see whether he could have used the emergency order or not. Again, legally, and I'm qualified to speak on this, actually. I do have a law degree. He doesn't have a legal leg to stand on. But politically, he has all the legs to stand on. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And again, I'm not making I have no idea what will happen. Okay. But I think that has a lot to do with it, Nathan. And please don't interpret this as some kind of a political discussion, because this is not. This has nothing to do with politics. This has everything to do with money. Okay. So let's look at the market right now. Let's look at the market. First things first, volatility. Remember, I can only tell you based on the cards that were dealt. I can't predict the future. I don't know what the future will hold. Both South Korea and Japan are canceling their agreements. Is that true, Randy, or are you just you mean if it doesn't go through? Everybody's going to cancel their agreements. There's no benefit. There's no upside. And again, I'm not trying to scare you. I don't know how Supreme Court will rule. I have no idea how, and neither does any of you. Okay, volatility. Remember yesterday I told you we need to break below the 50-day moving average? We still have not broken below the 50-day moving average. We need to break below the 50-day. We need to start coming back down here. Keep an eye on this today. Very, very, very. November 4th or by the 10th. Okay, thank you. I didn't know if it was 23rd or 3rd, but I guess it's the 4th. Okay. All right. Thank you. And again, folks, please don't interpret this in a positive or negative way. I have no idea. I can't predict the future. I have no idea what the Supreme Court is going to do. So volatility needs to break down. And I'm kind of reviewing a little bit right now. It's important. We still have a little time left. I'm going to go through levels in a minute, but this is very, very positive. This is this little up poke right here. That's very, very positive. Very, very positive. Okay, for the market. Now let's look at SPY. So this is not bad. This is just us sitting right at the 8-day EMA. There's nothing wrong with this. And I warned you yesterday. I told you yesterday there's a good chance we're going to clip the 8-day EMA, which is this line. And we came down to it within, let's see here. We came down to it within one tick. Do you see that? One tick. I was off by one tick. And I told you yesterday at the open, we're overextended at the open, too much, too fast. We came down here. Everybody took their profit in the morning and shorted the SPY. I got a bunch of thank you letters, but that's irrelevant. That was yesterday. The fact that we're down here is not a big surprise. Do you remember what I told you yesterday? This is moving here. Let me show you on TC 2000. I could I could make it bigger here. Okay. Do you remember I told you yesterday that this yesterday was up here. We were all the way up here, and I told you this is too much too fast, and we need to get closer to this. We're running too far away from this price action. And I said I wouldn't be surprised if we opened here, went down, and touched the 8-day. Well, we almost did. Look, the low yesterday was 657.88, and the 8-day was six. So we came 661, 662, let's see, 83 point. Okay, so I was wrong by a 20% of 1 point. I was off by 20 ticks yesterday. Okay, but I was off by 20 ticks yesterday. All right, not too bad. And I told you yesterday, I said I wouldn't be surprised if we came a little bit lower because this is too much too fast. It's too much too fast. I said it yesterday. Everything I'm saying right now, I said yesterday. I said as long as we consolidate near the 8-day EMA, or even, and I even told you this, I even said, even if we, and I told you, even if we go down to the 15-day EMA, that's still okay because it'll put us above this. So you see how we're still above these two bars? As long as we're above, even if this bar today comes down to here, to the 15-day and bottoms out here, that's okay too, because the lows will be getting higher and the highs are already higher. So this to me looked like an outlier yesterday. This looked like somebody was trying to shake us out too much too fast. We talked about it yesterday at length. But this to me looks like where I wanted yesterday to open. So if this bar opened here yesterday, I would have said we just need to go up from here. So to me, this looks pretty good. This doesn't look bad at all. And every time we come down to the bottom of this level, the VWAP, look at night, we bounce off. Every time we bounce off. So I like where we're at right now. I wouldn't be telling you the same thing if we were here yesterday at the open. We were here yesterday at the open. We were up here. This is where I wanted us to open. So as of right now, we're definitely not going to have a gap up. We're just going to open up just kind of on itself, and we'll let the market decide what it wants to do. Ideally, what I'd like to see is this bar open right here at the 8-day EMA, this being the low, and us going up gradually throughout the day and taking out the high. Don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to have an inside day today where the high is inside, the high is lower than this, and the low is lower than this. And if maybe not, maybe a little bit lower, but I think we're going to be kind of matching the widths of this bar right here, or coming like somewhere like right here. Look, like right here. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see this bar, 50% of this bar broken. So I don't want us to go below this level, below 660.39. Now, I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but this is probably the most important thing we're going to talk about today, okay? And as you know, I'm pretty good at timing these daily charts. So I'm telling you that I don't mind the wick coming down, getting closer to the 15-day. I don't mind as long as we're making higher highs, forgetting this price bar right here. See how this is just kind of like, looks like it's continuing this? That's what I was looking for yesterday. And I told you as much. So I'm hoping that this bar will bottom out here and just kind of start coming back up. So far, the mega caps are doing that. Look how we bottomed out right here. And I'll talk about levels in a second. Hey, Infinitely. Oh, Infinitely, I promised to show you something yesterday. So here, let me show you something. Give me 1 second, folks. This is funny. Where is, how do I find my followers? Here. Ross Cameron right there. Ross Cameron right there. You saw it Infinitely? He's, yeah. Okay. See who joined so there's this guy, his name is Ross Cameron. He's the guy that owns Warrior Trading, and since I started doing the small caps, he decided to follow follow me on my on our blog. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. Infinitely used to watch him very closely. Likely moving up the open, then needed to touch the 8 day and would likely reject too much too fast. That's exactly what I said, Jeff, and that's exactly what I'm saying right now. This is too much too fast. This bar looks like it should be right here. This bar looks like it should have been yesterday. That's why I'm saying that today may be kind of like what I was hoping for yesterday, but we didn't get. But everything is pointing higher. Let's look at SMH. SMH is above this level. It's not even coming up here. Look how at the bottom the our no. He does small caps. All he does is small caps. He's probably the world's best small cap trader. That's all he does is small caps. I dabble with small caps. He fully trades small caps. But ever since I started doing small caps, he decided to follow me. Seems like a nice guy, too. All right, SMH, QQQ. See how QQQ? Same thing. As long as we wick around here and start coming up, this to me looks like a continuation from yesterday. It's almost like yesterday was just an anomaly. At least that's how it felt like when we opened up here. So now it looks like we're coming back to fair value, and now we're ready to start coming back up again. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Okay. Oh, look how we're keying off of this level. All right. Now let me give you levels for intraday. Intraday. And I got to get out of here. I want to be at work today on time. So far, my levels are holding really well. Let's just give another one here. This is great right here. Let's move that up there. Yes. Okay, that's perfect. Let's throw this your way. I'm going to post these for you like I've been doing every morning on Telegram, and then I'll give you my large caps that I like for today. Okay. And by the way, look at how we're keying off of these levels. Hopefully everything I'm doing is helping you guys, because this is I'm giving you a lot of red meat here. QQQ levels. There you go. I wish somebody was giving me this stuff so that I could just sit here and trade off of it. That would be a lot of fun. Right there. Okay. Got to tell you, my levels from yesterday are pristine. Yeah, got that there. Okay. Let me give you these levels on the SPY. Here's the SPY levels. If you guys are gaining value out of this, give us a thumbs up. That's all I ask for. Okay, here is. Look how much more I give you now than I did a year ago in this program. Small caps, levels. It's like a full on premium program. Ooh, these are beautiful levels. I'm not gonna just gonna touch one thing here. Actually, I stand corrected. There. Okay. Let me give you these levels. And remember, I taught you last week how we draw these levels. Had a full class on it too. Eagle says huge change in goodies. You're welcome. You're welcome. Here, let me these are SMH levels. Let me give you TLT levels. Whew. Wow. I gotta say, I'm pretty good at this. No change. Look at that. No change. Those are damn good levels. If I don't have to change the levels in 24 hours, it's pretty good. Okay. And last but not least, Russell 2000. Ooh, these are good. Look at that. I got to tell you, I'm pretty good at this stuff, if I do say so myself. No change here. No change here. All right, there you go. And that's Russell 2000 levels. Thank you, Eagle Beagle. I appreciate it. Thumbs up the first thing I do. Don't understand why 700 people daily. Usually people get 10, 20% thumbs up. I get like 50% thumbs up. So I shouldn't be complaining. Really, I shouldn't be complaining. But thank you. If you give me thumbs up, I appreciate it. It helps our, I've never seen it, proof of it, but it's supposed to be helping us. Okay. All right. All right. Let me give you stocks, shorts first, longs second. Okay. Kava to the short side first. There we go. 350 thumbs up. I could live with that. If you look at most sites, people don't get 50% thumbs up. Kava, Cart. This is Instacart. These are my shorts. Four, play. These are all shorts. INSP. Ah, I see. I understand, Sassy Trainer. Thank you, Mark. Uh, this one looks like a really good short, by the way. INSP. I don't know if liquidity is good, but looks really good. Nice short. Baldwin. PBH. PBH looks like a really nice short. Let's now look at our longs. Somebody gave me this yesterday, so whoever it was, thank you for adding it to my watch list, Pan W. I get a bunch of emails now from you guys saying, hey, what about this stock? What about this stock? So this stock looks good. Now, here's what it needs to do. It needs to get above this level, 205. Once we get above 205, we have a nice A line on Palo Alto Networks, okay? LDOS, another potential A line. Right here, we're almost there. See how we're crossing? We're almost above this area. We need to get above this area completely. We need this to be a support. Okay. And I'm using the anchor from last week's or 2 weeks ago option expiration, quarterly option expiration. Johnson Johnson. I think I have some of this stock right now, actually, in my portfolio. It's a little overextended. Wait for it to come back to the 8-day EMA. On that note, this is the stock I gave you yesterday. That's a nice A line right here. I gave this to you for free yesterday with options in the VIP in the public Telegram channel. It's a nice looking stock. SPG. Remember, we don't know which stocks will be winners or losers. All we could do is pick the best setups. That's a nice looking setup. I would wait for it to get to the 8-day right here. TJ Maxx. We're almost out of here, folks. They look really good. Nice Nice little setup right here. Not overextended. TJ Maxx. Morgan Stanley and American Express, which is actually the fact that they're on my list is a good sign. Because usually when and they're look, it's trading above this level. That's good. Already second day in a row. And um, American Express. Usually financials don't like government shutdowns. See how it's just kind of right there? If it goes above 345, you have a good entry right here. 345. Don't rush. Don't try to anticipate. SEI, Solaris Energy, First Solar. That's a nice clean trend. Gonna have to give that one to Matt. It's a nice trend. And Win. Yes, Win. Kane has Pan W. That's cool. That's cool. Right there. There's your breakout right there. And it looks pretty good right here. And it's not overextended. Look where the 8-day EMA is. Now, let me just go back to Pan W really quick and show you the problem I'm having with Pan W at the second. The problem I'm having with Pan W is that it just needs to get above this level right here. Look, see this area right here? See how it's being, how every time it, well, not every time, but you see how it hits it and breaks down, hits it and breaks down. I want us to get above this area. As soon as we're above this area, it'll be beautiful. But if I was to put a VWAP here, it would actually, let's try that right now. Let's just try it right now and see what happens. Let's take a quick look. Bingo. See how we're not 100, we're almost there? I want the bottom of this to be above this line right here. So I want the low to be above 203.65, which would put the high at around 205. And here, basically, I'm saying the same thing. I want to be just a little bit above where we're at right now. Almost there, almost, just a little bit more, and we're there. Okay? Sandy, nobody needs to send it to you. Look, Sandy, all you got to do is go to my channel that has 6,407 people, scroll up, and go right here. Yesterday, 3:46 p.m. It's right there. Right there. TP says no target short today. TP, what does target short have to do with what we're talking about right now? Target short is a bonus trade that I gave you in a private paid Telegram channel called The Pit. Why are you discussing trades given in a private Telegram channel that you paid for in a public session that's allowed to everybody join? Why would you do that? What would possess you to do that? And I have a perfectly good email address that you can email me on too. Yeah. All right, folks, great session today. Great session today. Here's my email address for anybody that wants to know anything about some stocks that we may or may not have. TP will not do what he just did. He realized the error in his way, and he's very apologetic, I assume. I don't see that. You don't see what, TP? What do you not see? Do you not see that we're on a public YouTube channel, a free YouTube channel where anybody can join? Does that look like The Pit to you? You don't see that this is not The Pit? All right. Reach out, Sandy. Those are great questions for customer service lives. But I didn't give it today, did I? All right, guys. I'm just messing with you, TP. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Here, yeah, I didn't want to give you target free because I gave it as a premium trade, a bonus premium trade. So here's my VIP room link. Here is the VIP room link. It's all good, man. It's all good. All good. Don't worry about it. It was, but not here. I decided to make it into a premium trade. VIP room. Basically, all I'm saying is if we have trades in any of our programs, don't. But you know what? I'll go through Target again real quick since we already know that the cat is out of the bag. We went short target as a bonus trade in the VIP room. I'm looking for target to revert and start coming back down to this level. That's all. No big deal. All right. The cat is out of the bag. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Remember, we're going to have a heavy duty session in the VIP room today. Heavy duty session in the VIP room today. Stealth Surge and Data Miner. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Here's the link for Customer Service Live. The Cam, I'm going to be late to work again. The Cam and Gustavo show. It's all good, TP. I'm messing with you. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you a hard time. I need to have some fun around here too, right? Right? I mean, Clyde is entertaining. I got to have a little fun here. TP, I'm just messing with you. Really, please. It's not a big deal. Nobody died. It's all good. It was a bonus trade. It's all good. Really, it's all good. It's all good. Got to have some fun around here. All right, folks, if you guys any questions at all, please let me know. I think that today we're going to see kind of what I was hoping to see yesterday. Consolidation at the open, no gap, and maybe hoping that we're getting go up. Remember, we have news till 10. We have news at 10 o'clock. So don't go liquidation mode only till 10 o'clock. Liquidation mode only till 10 o'clock. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later. I got to rush to work or I'm going to get in trouble with my boss. Clyde is going to be very upset at me if I don't make it. And if you have any questions, if I miss something, or if there's anything at all, I can't cover everything in an hour and 10 minutes. Please send me an email. I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. Cam, Gustavo, and Raleigh, thank you for being here. Angie, Kevin, John, TP. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And TP, I'm just messing around with you. I'm just giving you a hard time. Really, I'm in a good mood, and I'm just giving you a hard time. That's all it is. Please do not take my shenanigans personally. Bye, guys. Please be careful today. First half hour. I'll be updating you on Telegram. If you're not in my Telegram channel, then you need to go to Customer Service Live ASAP and get that link or email me. Bye, everybody. Have a great day today. Have a great day. I don't think we're going to have a shutdown, but it may be a low volatility as a result second half of the day.